Hey everyone, in this video here, we're actually going over a really cool process that I think most people when they're thinking about starting their own online business ask. And we're going to talk about how to get your first paying clients as an online coach, but we're going to do it in 4 simple steps. Yes, we're going to show you 4 simple steps on how you can get your first paying clients as being an online coach. So make sure though, stay to the end because I got a cool little bonus for you guys. I'm actually going to tell you exactly how we were able to, in our business, generate a little over $10,000 in roughly 90 days of opening. Would that not be cool? So stay to the end. I'll talk about that after the 4 simple steps. That's kind of like a little bonus. And with that, let's get started. But first, actually, you might be wondering, who is this guy? If you're like me, whenever you're seeking content and trying to learn and grow your business or even start it, you often want to know who it is, the person is that gives me this information, right? What validates them? Well, my name is Andy Griffith. I'm actually the co-founder of Movement Formula, and it's an all-in-one marketing suite for coaches. And if you're wondering kind of what my background is, I've worked as a business advisor for 100 plus locations over the years. I've got literally a decade over experience in the online space. I've personally led teams of 70 plus and been in leadership positions and responsible for the sales of over $10 million within various different business model types. I've even done some one-on-one help with $1 million funnel coach or a coach with their funnels and their assets. And what I did was help them with their assets for their business as they're growing and building it. And I've even worked with a different coach who fixed some of their metrics, and it was a multiple 6-figure funnel. So with that, just understand the information that I'm explaining and sharing with you comes from applied knowledge. This isn't from some idea of the month club, like jelly of the month club. This is applied knowledge from my own experience on how you too can get your first paying clients when starting your online coaching business. And so with that, just in case if you're like me, grab a pen. You might want to take some notes on this because we're going to get started. And step number 1 of the 4 is essentially know what target market wants right now. Like, what do people want right now? What is something hot going on in the market? Like, think urgency, right? If someone's on fire, they want a blanket or water on them immediately, right? What is some sort of a high need that based on, depending on timing of videos, based on certain seasons and the time of year, certain season, things going on in the economy. What's a high need that people want right now? And the key part of that is understanding, don't be too broad. I mean, you've got to be very, very, very specific. This isn't some general thing, because if you're general, you generally don't have any business, right? You have to be very specific on who you're trying to serve and know what that target market wants right now. What's that like hot button, right? When you've got that itch, you just can't get to, right? You're like reaching for it. You want to be the solution that makes that scratch for them, right? And so again, just the secret is address something core, a need or outcome. Like, you help people get from here to here without having to do that. Like a very specific thing. That's how you're going to start to create interest and speak the lingo going on in their head. And just think again, like, kind of, is there anything going on in the world or life right now that's on people's minds, and you can just like zero in on that and kind of talk about that. Okay. And then the second part, and we've kind of touched about on this one, is just like really niching down. And what it is you can't be too vague or general, right? You cannot go like, I help people make money, or I help people be healthy. Those are pretty wide open things. Like, there's thousands of ways to make money, and there's thousands of ways to be healthy. Like, how do you help people? You got to be very specific, very general, or be very specific, not too general. And then understanding that the power, by being clear, here's a way to think of it, is go 2 levels deep, right? So if you're talking about like how to make money, right? Well, how to make money? Well, maybe if it's real estate. So it's like make money, next level is real estate. Maybe in real estate, you're like duplex rental property, right? Or you could be going to apartments, buying quad style apartments or condo. Like, go specific, right? As far as not just a general term, but think whatever market, because you're either serving people in health, wealth, or relationships. Your market's going to be in one of those 3. How do you go at least 2 to maybe even 3 levels deep to be very specific? Because what happens is, by being specific, hence niching down, you can become an expert in that thing, right? And don't think it's too small, because what often happens when you're the expert on that one thing, that makes a wide area of people that you can serve because of that one challenge or problem that they have. You create almost your market out of that by being very specific, and also that's how you attract them to you, because you'll become known as a brand expert about that one thing, right? And that's how you position yourself with authority, okay? Because here's the thing, you're not here to serve everyone. If you you have to draw your line in the sand and know what you will and will not do, right? So comment down below, what is it the type of market that you serve? And even if so, or either or, and what is it like, who would be your dream client? When you're thinking about starting your business, or maybe you already started and you're kind of watching this to kind of think like what's some steps maybe you've missed to getting more paying clients. What market is it that you serve, and who is your dream client? Who are the people that you feel called and propelled to make a difference in their life? Because really, it's about the solutions that you deliver in people's lives, right? It's not the thing you sell; it's the result you deliver, right? That your solution is a mechanism to get them to the result, right? It's like what takes them from here to here, right? From problem to solution, right? That's what it is. People are buying that to get to the result. So comment down below and let us know what market it is that you serve, and or who is your dream clientele that you're looking to serve or looking to work with? I'm kind of curious to see all the different business types that people want to share when watching this video here. And then the third thing when you start going to that is look at low-hanging fruit, right? Like, don't make your business hard when you're first getting out there and getting going. Like, you probably have a social media account. You've probably been posting online, and you probably have common people who interact with it, right? I'm not saying like common people like they're a common person, but you probably commonly see the same faces that are commenting and liking and sharing and interacting with the content you put out there, right? They like your stuff. Reach out to them and let them know, like, hey, here's this thing I'm thinking about doing. Do you know anyone who needs help with that? Or do you have any challenges based around this topic? And start to have a conversation. And maybe from that, you can create something exclusive to serve them, right? Because you've already got a warm market because of the relationship that you have. Otherwise, they wouldn't be interacting with your stuff online. Those are great ones to start targeting first and start having conversations about what it is you plan to do or looking to do around an idea. And you can kind of feel out if that's something that you can actually work with them on to solve them or get feedback from them, because maybe they have friends and family. You never know, right? They're like, yeah, such and such actually has a problem with that. And I love all the stuff you do. Let me refer you. Let me connect you. I can't tell you how many times I've been put into group chats with people I don't know, but someone wants to connect us based on what I do know, right? Someone I don't know getting connected with someone I do know based on what I know, right? Or someone I don't know based on what I do know, right? So that's great for as far as building out your first paying clients and online coach. And then your number 4 step, attraction marketing. Okay, think of yourself like a magnet, and your pieces of content that you create are also magnets, right? They're little magnets you're setting out there online in the ecosystem. I'm not really going to get into like which platform to post what things on. That can be in a video later. But when you're creating content, think of it in terms as like bait, right? Don't create just to create, right? Like, oh, I got to write a post. Let me just write a post, put up there. But really be intentional about what it is that you do, right? Because what it is your post can actually target your ideal client, and it can actually draw them in because you can resonate with them, because if you're not being wide, right? You know the problem that you're trying to solve. You know the specific market you're trying to solve, right? And so now you're posting content that's intentional around those things to draw them in, right? To have those conversations. And that content as a magnet is what's going to speak to them, because they'll be like, I do go through that. I do have that challenge. I do need help with that. I hate when that happens. And then maybe it's talking about how to avoid that from happening, right? But they're talking about, I hate when that happens. So by putting those pieces out there, you're not posting just to post content, but you're strategically putting content out there to attract. You're using attraction marketing, because what you're going to do is you're going to address their interests, their challenge, their thoughts, the things that are going on. What is the people that you can help serve? What are some of the interests they have? And you can talk about that. What are challenges they face? Whether they realize it or not. Maybe sometimes talking about it, they're like, you know what? I didn't realize it, but now that they're saying that, yeah, that makes sense. Or the challenges they readily face, because maybe it's in health and it's late night eating, and so maybe they eat great all day, right? It's like that meme where it's like salad, boiled eggs, and orange all day, and then at 11 o'clock at night, tub of ice cream. So maybe you start talking about how to attack and handle late night eating or something like that, where people are like, yeah, I hate doing that. And so they start having conversations. You build relationships. You power of the DM, right? Reach out. Hey, by the way, I'm actually working on something brand new. You seem like a perfect fit. You could be one of my founding members, and maybe you give them some sort of a deal rate out the gate to be a founding participant of this new program you're putting together, right? Or you say, hey, I can make something very exclusive for you. It's something I'm working on, eventually roll out to others, but I can make it exclusive for you to begin with. And I just ask for some feedback back, and I'll give you a promotional rate to start building your book of business, right? First paying clients, get your book of business, you have their testimonials, it leads to other business, especially when you get amazing results. They tell their friends, their families, their loved ones, they become raving fans, and it attracts more, right? And those assets, those testimonials, help with attraction marketing, right? It's not like me saying, hey, look at me, I'm awesome. It's other people saying, look at you, you're awesome. And then number 5, right? I said it before, but I was going to tell you how we were actually able to use a certain framework to generate a little over $10,000 in the first 90 days of launching our business, and kind of sharing how that model works for you. So the number 5 kind of bonus tip is, I wish I had like a drum roll. That was a bad drum roll. Bet on your future self. Like literally bet on your future self, because here's the thing, if you wait until you create everything and get it all perfect, it can be a long time, my friend. And I'm just being real with you. Instead, know the idea of what you're going to create, bet on your future self to create it, and start generating sales around it. And then you can actually get paid to create it, right? Think about that, getting paid to create your things, where most often people create and hope to get paid. That's not fun, because I can tell you from experience, before I learned the framework of this, sometimes you put a lot of time, energy, and effort in something that doesn't really take off like you thought it would. That hurts a little bit. You're like, it's not working, and I've spent weeks on this thing. That hurts, versus you can put a sales page online, or talk about it online, and actually get interest, and then like let people know maybe there's a start date, so you kind of give yourself time to actually create it after you sell. Like I'm selling access to this thing now, it's going to start on this date. People start buying it, then you can actually create it as you're delivering it to them. Okay, because that is literally how we were able to launch our business. And we made a sales page, sold the what we knew it could and would do, and then as people were joining, we built out all the deliverables on the back end. You too can do the exact same. And what's really fun with that is you can do, whether you want to call it like your beta group, depending what you're doing, I'd be selective on my terms, but your beta group, early bird, founding membership, 50% LTO, limited time offer, LTO for the first 10 people. Like you can kind of create a kind of a promotion around it, because you haven't built it yet. And you can talk about it. So it doesn't have to be some secret thing that, I hope they don't realize I haven't built this yet. Like you say, hey, this is what we're doing, this is where we're going. And you can present that idea and then actually get paid to create your programs. It's amazing. Challenges are a great way to do that, where you can actually run challenges and people buy into your challenge, and then you actually release your challenge at a certain date where you're now creating it to deliver, and then you can actually pull those assets and turn it into a course. Like that right there is a gold mine of information. If you might want to rewind and start that right there, about using challenges to get paid to create courses. Incredible framework to apply, where you're no longer guessing, you're letting the market validate you, because when they validate you is when they pull out their card, right? Let's just be real. That's the real validation, when they are making an investment in themselves through your tool, right? When they pay for your thing, they're investing in themselves through your tool to deliver a result for them. They've now made an investment. And so then, like I said, after that happens, then you have to bet on your future self to deliver, right? Have that confidence. The first probably 1 to 3 times you do that, it might be a little unnerving, but after you do it a few times, you're like, that. Why would you do it any other way? You can literally go live to market with 25% of the time invested versus 100%, right? 25% understanding what you'll do, making a path, framework, an idea, and offer, put it out there, let the market pay, and then you build the 75% after you've been selling it. It's crazy. Like our company, Movement Formula Suite, it's an all-in-one marketing solution for coaches. Literally what it does, we give them unlimited websites, unlimited funnels, membership areas, booking calendars. We even include, this isn't something you have to connect later, include email and text message marketing too, so you can actually run your whole entire online coaching business from one single dashboard, right? And for right now, you can actually start for free. You can go to movementformula.com, start absolutely free to check it out, where you can see where you can get the unlimited websites, funnels, membership areas, booking calendars, and email and text marketing from one dashboard. No logging into multiple platforms, no piecing together, hoping it works. You can run it all from one single place, and you can start for absolutely free. And with that, what was one of the cool steps that you got out of this video? Please comment down below. I'd like to know what was one of your biggest takeaways. And then also, as we're talking about takeaways, if you want future takeaways, make sure you take a moment, click that subscribe button, wherever that thing is. Sometimes they move it, right? Click subscribe, bust a like on this, so that way we know that this is the content that you are looking for, that's delivering value for you. I look forward to reading your comments. Honored to see that those of you that subscribe, and man, it makes my heart jump when I see those likes. And so yeah, let us know your biggest takeaway. And with that, we'll see you next time. And then you might see a video depending where they put them. There might be another link to watch another video if you want, depending where they put that stuff. Yeah, I'm just pointing in directions right now. So that's kind of fun, right? Okay, take care.